How to buy collectible card game NFTs for Goons of Balatroon, both Goons and Bods. Now first up, I've got to say this is not financial advice. If you want financial advice, go to a financial advisor and get some proper advice. This is a video about how to pick up a Goon NFT as cheap as possible so you can play the game. If it ends up going up in value, then that's just a bonus. At the end of the day, Goons is a collectible card game like Pokemon or Magic the Gathering. It is still in beta, but I've been playing it with a couple of friends and it's good and it's fun. You can actually play without having a Goon NFT, but having one of these gets you access to more cards to play with, and you get some Goon coins every day. Now, a Goon Bod gets the same, and I'll show you what a Goon Bod or body is in a moment, and they're even cheaper to buy. Having one of each gets you a bonus on top of that, so that's the best way to go. But once you've got one Goon, it's better if you're buying extras to buy more bodies so you get more Goon coins that way, although they're not as worth as much, so potentially they're not going to go up in value as much. And again, not financial advice. NFTs can go down in value as well as up in value. Having said that, at the moment with the market the way it is, I think they're pretty cheap for what they offer because you do get access to this collectible card game. At the end of the day, having a Goon lets you get more cards to play with and gets you some coins, but most importantly, you're able to get in and play this collectible card game and it's fun. I'll cover how to play the game and how to build decks in a separate video. In this one, we're simply looking at how to get one as cheap as you can. So, how do you snag one at a bargain? The obvious thing is to start with one of the main markets like OpenSea, but there are several different markets. So there's actually a site that pulls them together from all those different markets so you can find the best deals in one place. And it's called gems.xyz. So you go to gems.xyz, collection Goons of Balatroon. You can just go to gems.xyz and search up here for Goons of Balatroon and it will bring this up. And this is where it's bringing the Goons from all the different markets together, and you can see the icon in the top left hand corner shows you which market this particular Goon is listed on. So if we scroll down, somewhere down here will be ones from other markets. There's a lot on one market here. Here we go, here's OpenSea. That's the OpenSea icon. That's another market again. I think that's X2Y2, yeah, and there's another one here which looks rare. So you can find Goons across 4 or 5 different marketplaces and you can see what's going on and what's cheap. Let's scroll back up to the top and see the cheapest. I've obviously ordered these from price low to high so we can see the cheapest, and if you scroll down on the right hand side here you can see the different Goons that have been added or have been sold recently over the last 24 hours or so, and see what's going on with the price action. Okay, so some of the bits of information that you need to pay attention to here. First of all, you'll notice some Goons have a name, some have a number. Doesn't actually affect things at all because when you buy a Goon, you can change it and give it a name if you want to, and if it already has a name, doesn't matter, you can rename it if you want to, or you can put it back to the number for the original ID for that Goon. Secondly, obviously you can see the price, and you can right click and open up the details page in a new browser window if you want to, or just click on it, and that is where if you want to buy one you can click on add to cart and go through and buy it directly from here. Make sure obviously you've got enough Ethereum in your wallet and that you're logged into your wallet. So that's how you can actually go through and buy one when you found one that you like. But if we go back, obviously as I said, you can see the price. The other bit of information that is really useful here is this little icon here, which basically shows you how rare this particular Goon is. So this one's in the bottom 50%. If we scroll over to the right hand side here, you can see the darker black icon is where something is in the top 50%, and if we scroll down a bit further, that one's in the top 10%, and if we scroll down a bit further, there's one here that was in the top 1%, and you'll notice this has actually sold for 2.45 Ethereum 17 hours ago. So the rarer ones do really make good money, and it's unlikely that you're going to be able to snag one of these at a bargain because people do realize that these top 1%ers are worthwhile and valuable, but you can occasionally pick up a top 10%er at a bargain. I recently picked one up at 0.245, which is a lot lower than the floor price here for a top 10% ranking Goon. So it's worth being on this site regularly and seeing what's been listed, what's new, and keeping an eye out so you can grab yourself a bargain. Now, if you are just looking for one so you can play the game, then obviously the price is the most important thing, so you can just go for the cheapest that's available. However, even the cheapest ones do vary. So for instance, we can see here this one, Kanye East, which is a top 50% rarity Goon, went for 0.115, which is actually less than this, and it's rarer, so potentially long term it might have more value. It depends on whether you want to rush in and just grab one because you want to start playing, or whether you want to bide your time and keep an eye on this site and look out for one that pops up like this that's a bargain. That is actually quite a good deal at 0.115 for a top 50%er. That's the kind of thing that I would snap up. So this is a site where you can scroll through and find the ones that fit your budget, and you can look for one that you like the look of, and preferably find one that's in the top 50%. If you want to push the budget out a little bit further, look out for one that's in the top 10%, because those should go up in value more. Again, not financial advice, no idea whether they will or won't, who knows. But in theory, being top 10% rarity gives it more desirability, but I probably wouldn't want to pay 0.6 Ethereum. I'd wait to try and get one at 0.2, 0.25. As I said, if you want to play the game, just grab the cheapest possible, but I would recommend looking to see if there's one that's in the top 50% rather than the bottom 50%, and grabbing one if they're at the same sort of price, which this is, for instance. So that's how you look out for a bargain for a goon. Next, we need to look at the Goon Bods. And again, we're going to use gems.xyz, but this time we're going to search for Goon Bods rather than Goons of Balatroon, and we're just going to get the Goon Bodies. Now it works in the same way. You see the rarity of the item, you see the price, etc. And if you scroll down, you can see the action that's going on. Now you'll notice these are significantly cheaper. You don't need a Goon Bod in order to play the game. However, it will increase the number of Goon coins you get. So having a Goon itself will get you 10 coins a day. Having a Goon Bod will also get you 10 coins a day. Having a Goon and a Goon Bod puts it up to 22 coins a day in total, so you get an extra 2 coins a day. It's not a massive bump, but it does help. Now, if you are interested in getting more coins, then obviously getting more bodies is a simpler way of going, because they are significantly cheaper than the actual Goons. So if you want to up your daily coin count, buying more Bods is the way to go rather than buying more Goons, because they're cheaper. Having said that, because you need the Goons themselves to play the game, they're less likely to go up as much in value. So again, do the same thing, look for ones that are rarer, take your time and look for something that's a bargain. Now in a moment we'll look at how to actually claim your coins and make sure that you're getting your Goons of Balatroon coins once you've got your Goon and your Bod. But first we're going to have a look at another site which is called Rarity Tools, which if you go to the Goons of Balatroon from this drop down on the left at rarity.tools, then you can actually put in your Goon ID and look it up and see just how rare it is, and it will give you a lot of information about that particular Goon. This is an example of one of my Goons. It's the first one I actually got hold of. So rarity.tools, Goons of Balatroon, pop in your Goon ID number and it will tell you the rarity score. Obviously higher is better in this rarity score situation. Okay, the other bit is they also now have land for Goons of Balatroon, and at the moment they're still adding all sorts of things that you can do with the land. There's not a lot yet that you can do, so I wouldn't rush into this. Start off with getting a Goon and a Bod, and you can come and look at these later. If you do want to buy one, there are bargains going at the moment. This is below the original mint price. When these came out, in order to mint one, it was 0.1 ETH, and some of these are selling below that. So for instance, you can get one for 0.05. It's worth looking at those as well if you're interested long term. But for the moment, they're not that useful. It's something that can be used for staking to get a return on holding them, and I'll look at that in another video. So you do need to log on to the Goons of Balatroon site to actually connect to it with your MetaMask wallet to make sure that you're collecting your Goon coins. Before you do so, what you will need to do is add your Goon to your MetaMask wallet. If I open my MetaMask wallet and scroll down on assets, you can see that I've got 2 Goons added to my wallet, and I've done another video on my YouTube channel on how to add an NFT to your MetaMask wallet so that you can make sure that it registers when you go to log onto a site. So that's available on my YouTube channel, and I'll link to that in the comments below. So the next step is to go across to the Goons site. So you go to goonsofbalatroon.com/profile. I'll also include my referral link in the description below in case you want to use that, which would get me a referral credit. Thank you very much. Now there is a drop down menu of options available here on the right hand side, and if you're viewing this in a larger browser window, it will actually appear across the top here. So all you need to do is make sure you're logged into your MetaMask wallet, click on connect, and it will log you into your Goons of Balatroon account. When you first log in, you will need to go through an activation process, which will include giving them your email address and verifying it so that they've got your details, and that will make sure that you're registered, and you will then start collecting your daily Goons of Balatroon coins. Now you can see that I get 44 gob a day. I'm up to 378, so I've already started making some of my money back from just having a couple of goons and a couple of bods. So that's how you can actually get some coins back and actually make some of your money back from buying a goon and a body. So I'd start with a goon, but I'd recommend buying at least a couple of bodies to top that up and get more daily rewards as well. At the end of the day, remember, the point is this is a collectible card game that is fun. Having a goon gets you more cards to play with and more benefits in the game. Getting some coins back from holding the NFT, just look at it as a bonus that's basically making the game pay for itself in a way. Now remember, this is also in beta and they are adding new things to it. I know they're actually going to start introducing rewards for playing the game itself, so you'll also be able to earn coins from playing the game. In fact, they're also looking at an option where if you own several goons, you can rent them out to other people for them to play with and get a share of the coins that they get from playing as well. So owning more than one goon can have more benefits. Okay, I hope you found this video useful. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below, and while you're down there, please hit like and subscribe for more videos. Thanks very much.